Now that we know that UFOs are coming out of the ocean and aliens are most likely posted up in the ocean, are we ready to talk about the 500,000 square miles that the Bermuda Triangle covers and the 50 ships that have gone missing inside of it, or the 20 planes that have gone missing? Strange shit has been happening in the Bermuda Triangle since way back when. Even Christopher Columbus wrote that his compasses were acting funny in his little diary. But back in 1881, there was the Ellen Austin, who was sailing through the Atlantic, came across a ship that had nobody on it. The ship had been abandoned. So they sent a crew over to the other ship and were like, hey, follow us home. So they started sailing through the Bermuda Triangle. This other ship got separated due to a storm. So when the Ellen Austin finally made it to the other side of the storm, when the ship rolled up, that crew had gone missing as well. So for some fucking reason, the captain decided he was going to put another crew from the Ellen Austin onto this ghost ship and bring it home for some reason. And wouldn't you know it, that ship completely vanished along with the second crew while they were inside the Bermuda Triangle. It's not just ships that go missing either. Back in 2020, there was a passenger plane that had 4 souls aboard going from the Bahamas to Miami. About an hour into the flight, they lost communication and they were never seen again. The plane was never found. So could the Bermuda Triangle be an alien base and people that are sailing through just get caught up in some shit they didn't mean to? Or is it a portal or a vortex to another dimension or another area of the earth? I don't know for sure, but what I will tell you is the Bimini Road is located inside the Bermuda Triangle, and as far as we know, that road goes nowhere but look. This is Bimini Road, and it's megalithic stones laid in a row to make a road. Now, some people have theorized this is the road to Atlantis, but could it just be an alien runway to their base or to their portal? Do you remember the blob anomaly? It showed up earlier this year in April on an app that measures how big waves are in the ocean. It started off pretty small, but by the time it made it to the southern tip of Africa, it was this size. Was it headed to a UFO base that's located in Africa? Well, let's talk about it. So in 1987, the CIA conducted a remote viewing session of extraterrestrial bases throughout the entire solar system. So we know where the Titan base is, we know where Mount Hayes is. It's this last one that's a little fuzzy, the South America/Africa base. And you can see that he describes meeting 2 different entities inside of this base. The first one didn't recognize him, but the second one did pick up on his presence. Now jump forward in the document to where he is describing what he sees while he's at this physical base. That is Africa. I know it's labeled South America, but look at the drawing. That's fucking Africa. So I started digging into UFO sightings in Africa because we have the blob headed towards Africa. We have this drawing of Africa, I'm sure of it. And we have the base up top labeled Africa. And wouldn't you know it, back in 1952, the CIA had a document about 2 UFOs being spotted in the Congo. Look, they were near uranium mines. This is the area of the Congo that those UFOs were spotted in. And it's right next door to Zimbabwe, which had a mass sighting of UFOs in 1994. Let me know if you want to hear about that. So was that blob anomaly headed towards a UFO base in Africa? I mean, we have the remote viewer putting a UFO base in Africa. We have the mass sighting in Zimbabwe. And then we have the 2 saucers that were spotted over the uranium mines right there. And yes, I know this is not exactly where the remote viewer drew the X on the map. And I know that he wrote South America and not Africa. But I feel in my gut, there's a UFO base in Africa.